Welcome students. Today we are going to see about chapter 7 Python functions. It is a main part of Python. In C++, functions are the building block of a C++ program. In Python also, functions plays an vital role. The functions are the block of code. Each and every statement in function will be useful. Set of statements collectively called as functions. This function has some specific name. With that specific name only we are calling the function. Otherwise, function is called as a group of related statements. That statements can perform some task. These functions can be used in the program. That function can be also be used in another programs also. The main advantage of function is this function can be reused. The set of code can be reused in that program and also in the another program. This function provides a better modularity for the application. So these two are the main advantage of the function. These functions can be classified into 4 types. They are user-defined function, built-in function, lambda function, and recursive function. User-defined function means that user can create a function themselves. That is called user-defined function. They can keep the name for the function by themselves. That is user-defined function. Some of the functions may be inbuilt in Python. That functions are called as built-in functions. Some functions have no name. That is anonymous function. That is unnamed function. That functions are called as lambda function. The lambda function is otherwise called as anonymous unnamed function. And next one is recursive function. The function which calls itself is called as recursive function. The same function can call itself is called as recursive function. Next, we will go for how to define a function in Python. There is a syntax for defining the function. The syntax is first we have to give the keyword def, that is def. After that only you have to give the function name. Inside the function we can give the parameters. Here they have given parameter 1, 2, like that. How many parameters we want we can give. After that a block of statements will be there. Finally return statement will be there. In return statement we can give expression, otherwise we can leave as it is. That is optional. And the main thing in this function definition is first line, in between the first line and second line there is indentation is there. Second line of the statement program, Python program, it should be moved little indented. First line is here, next the second line is indented, third line also indented. This indentation is very important in Python. Def is a keyword we have used, and then the parameters or arguments are placed within these parentheses to define a function. And at the first line of the function, at the end we have to give colon, and the next lines are indented. And finally the return function we are using, it has no arguments, means none. If we want to give expression we can give the expression. Then we will see the syntax for the user defined function. The same syntax which we have seen for defining the function we used to know, the same syntax is for the user defined function. Here we have mentioned block. What does mean by block? Block means one or more lines of code is called as block. A group of statements are formed together, that is called block. That block should be indented. And next one, you should know what is meant by nested block. Nested block means a block within another block. One block is there, inside that another one block is there. That block is called as nested block. A block within a block is called a nested block. The first block is indented with a single tapped space, and second block is indented with double tapped space. Then only we can understand which one is the first block and which one is the second block. These first block and second block are nested together, that is called as nested block. And let us see the example for the function. Here one example is given, that is def hello, print hello Python, and return statement is there. Def, that is a keyword for defining the function. Hello, that is the function name. Hello is the function name. Inside the parenthesis, no parameter is given. After that, we have given the block of statements. Two statements are there. One is print statement, another one return. In return, no expression and none is there. So return, nothing is there. So what will be the output of this program? The output will be hello Python. So that only printed by seeing this function. Let us see the advantage of user-defined function. We have seen about the user-defined function syntax and example. Now we are going to see about the advantages of user-defined function. This function can be divided into sub-program. That sub-programs are called as modules. So it can be divided into sub-program. Each and every sub-program is called as modules. These modules will be easy to manage the program. And also these user-defined functions can be reused. Again and again the same code will be used. The same name we can call many times in that particular program. Not only in the particular program, in other programs also we can call the same function. For example, previously we have seen an example, hello. That function can be called many times. In other programs also the same function can be called, and we can change the functions easily, and different programmers can work with the different functions. So these are the advantages of user-defined function. Then how to call the function we are going to see. What is meant by calling a function? Calling a function means each and every function have name. For example, we are having a name. How the other persons call us? By using our name only, the other persons are calling us. Like that, functions can also be called by using its name. Let us see the example for how to call the function. See this example, the same example which we have seen previously. Def hello. Hello is the function name. Def is a keyword. Def means definition. And next print hello Python return. That only we have seen earlier. And last line of this program is print hello. Hello means it is a function name. We have called the hello function again. So what will be the output of this program? The output of this program is hello Python, because we are calling this function. So hello Python will come. And in return statement, no expression is there. After that we called the function. So none will be coming. Okay. So this is the output of the program. Like this only we can call the function. Next we will see how to pass the parameters in function. I already said definition, def, function name. Inside the parenthesis, parameters are there. We can give more than one parameter there. That parameters can be passed. That is called parameter passing. So you can pass the parameters in all sort of data. We can pass either the string or integer or float. Whatever value you want, you can pass the data. Let us see the syntax for passing the parameter. Def, function name, parameter, or more than one parameter also given. More than one parameter if you are using means that parameter should be separated by comma. For example, def addition a comma b comma c, like that we can give. So this is the example for parameter passing. Let us see another example for parameter passing. In this function, def area wh is given, w comma h is given. Def is a keyword, area is the function name, and w comma h is the parameter. Here how many parameters we have used? 2 parameters we have used. Then we are using the return function w into h. After that we are calling the function print area of 3 comma 5. After that, seeing area of 3 comma 5, the parameters value will be passed to the first line of the program, that is area of wh. W value is 3 and h value is 5. And what is in return statement? W into h, that is 3 into 5. So the value will be calculated. Finally, we are getting the output 15. Okay. So we just multiplied w and h, that is 3 into 5. We got the answer 15. So in today's class, we have seen about functions in Python, different type of functions, 4 types, that is user defined function, built-in function, lambda function, and recursive function. Then we have seen about the user defined function syntax examples, and also how to call the function, and finally we have seen about the parameter passing in a function. There is a difference between parameter and arguments. More or less both are same, but some difference will be there. When you are using in function first line, that is prototype, def area of wh, the wh is called as parameter. When you are passing the value as 3, 5, that is called argument. Parameter means area, in bracket, in parenthesis you have given something, no, some variables, that is called parameter. Values you are passing, that is called arguments. But more or less parameters and arguments are the same. So today we have completed about the introduction of function. Tomorrow let us see the next session. Thank you.